Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be playing Aggro Blood. It's a pretty standard Aggro Blood with just a couple of imps, the defense. Other than that, it's your pretty average Aggro Blood. As always, deck list will be in the description so you can find that there, and we're going to kick things off. Alright, let's see who our first opponent is. Well, on, what we got? Dragon. Great. If I can get a good aggro start, I'll be fine, but other than that, like, trouble. Going first is amazing, and this actually isn't too bad curve. Plus my pretty animated mini soul devil is always great. Come on, can I get a better card? Nope, but, well, I suppose it's not bad. That kind of might work if I put the noble in first before the soul dealer, and then I use soul dealer a little bit later on. I may play Vania here just because it's solid 2. Nope, Blood Wolf, much better play. Gotta play that Blood Wolf when we get it. Especially on curve. Can't go wrong with that. Next drop will definitely be Noble unless something crazy happens. Alright, so that's good. Now with that trade, should almost be able to play Demonic Strike for free. Demonic Strike or Princess. I can combo those in. We might just pull out Vate. A good way to pull off another board. And if I don't use Vania next, if they don't clear it, I just play Mini Soul Devil on its own, which is a good play. And they concede. There we go. So that's what you want this deck to do. Not too bad. This deck's definitely good if you want to finish missions and you want to get games over quickly. I wouldn't say it's the most competitive deck at the moment. I mean, a lot of classes are starting to tech against aggro to try and beat aggro shadow, and that does hinder this blood deck. I would like to build Control Blood or something in mid-range, but I don't really have all the cards to do that at this current stage, so hopefully in the future we'll be able to do that. But at this point, this blood's serving me quite well for finishing off all the missions I've had to do, so why not? Alright, Shadow. So, that's actually a really nice starting hand against Shadow. We are going second, which puts us at an advantage with the Evolve, but disadvantage with board presence. So if they do have a turn 1 drop, we may be in trouble. Oh, no turn 1 drop from a Shadow. That's interesting. And I've just got a nice Duke to play next turn, unless I decide to go into a Blood Wolf. Be one or the other, depending on what damage I need more. Well, I'm not too worried about the lurching corpse at this point, so be free just to play Duke. Since we are playing aggro, lurching corpse isn't a big disadvantage unless they have Necro Assassin, which I don't think is till turn 4 anyway, so I think I'm all good there. And since I don't really have another play that I want to do here, push face and bring out the vampires so I can use Bloodkin to hopefully proc that vampire summon. Alright, fair. Where's that going to go though? Over that side, alright. But we do get the hit, which is bonus. So now that plus the vampires should be more than enough. So we get 3 damage from the vampires due to the proc, and we get another 4 damage from the Blood Wolf. Can't really go wrong with that. So you get 7 damage for that turn. Plus Dance of Death will come down probably next turn, if it fits in curve right. And provided one thing survives, should be all good. That's a little of an annoying card. And of course it hits the 4-3, the worst possible target. The only bonus is they are going to trade this 3-4 no doubt. Which could work in my favour a little bit. Oh no. Okay, so they can do that, yep. Okay. So we get enough damage. I think that will be very close to closing out the game, won't it? 3, 4, 6, plus the Ambling Wraith, 4, 7. Yes, that's lethal. Could have set up lethal next turn using Dance anyway. and then just playing Ambling Wraith next turn, but this closed out the game well and truly. Alright, that's a really solid second game. And this tends to get things over pretty quickly. Obviously you can have bad matchups. I mean, you know, coming up against Haven, nearly an auto loss, especially if they get a really solid start. Dragon, if they ramp really hard, will also close you out pretty quick, but usually you can pull something off. And if you get put up against a control sword, I've struggled a little bit against that. But other than that, you know, Shadow, you can usually, you know, out-aggro them. You're a little bit faster unless they are a pure aggro Shadow, in which case it's about even, I've found, personally. They have a little bit of an advantage if they can Catacombs on curve. But other than that, this deck's performing really well, and I'm actually pretty happy with it so far. My master points were only at 0 because I was messing around with other decks like Daria and Grail decks, which really screwed up my points, but I'm not too worried about that, so look out for those videos. Alright, so we need turn 1. No turn 1 play, that's a little bad. We are going up against Haven, so this may be a good way to show you guys where this deck really fails, especially if you do brick that first turn, you're in trouble. And it looks like next turn will probably just be a Vampiric Fortress. You could probably run Air Jammer in this deck. I did have it teched in originally, but I ended up taking it out just because it was not consistent enough for what I was aiming for with this deck. Fortunately. Alright, that's actually really good. So the Duke is either going to be burned by Banishment, or it's just going to be killed by something else. So this will be, there we go. Killed by Banishment. Fair enough. They didn't end up trading, which, I mean, now I get a perfect Vania Vampire combo. Get 1 damage from this, guaranteed, right? Summon from the bat, that's 2 damage from that, plus 2 damage from that, so that's 5 damage in 1 turn. On turn 4, not too bad really. Obviously we can set Dance of Death next turn, so that's an extra 2. Maybe even drop Razor Claw instead, we just have to wait and see what they play first. So let's... Okay, so as long as they don't have a solid 3, we should be fine. Expect to see an evolve here. Alright, I definitely expect to see an evolve here. They trade to clear my ward, then they clear Vania with the 2-1. They leave the double 4/4s up and leave me to deal with them. Great. Probably just do it this way. Lessen the damage we can take, try and limit how much they can clear the board, and hopefully set up for a decent influencer. 5 damage. Already got 4 with the Razory and Ambling. If we can pull 1 more Ambling or another Razory, or some combination of cards that will deal me the extra damage I need, then I should hopefully be able to pull off the win soon. As long as I don't heal up anymore. And that should end up closing out the game hopefully next turn. I mean, what's that? 7 damage next turn? From hand? So even a 2-point heal would be fine, but most Havens I can think of are at least 3 points, excluding this. So, won't be great. And they're on curve for a Curate, which is trouble. That will basically nullify most of our damage here. We're still in with a shot though, I mean, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Wow, it's actually a Candelabra Haven, so that's actually really good. So with that, we should be able to close out this game, and that will end off game 3 with this deck. Actually been performing a little bit better than I expected. Really nice to see. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the deck list in the description below along with any other links. I'll be still posting daily, so I hope you guys subscribe so you can find everything, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.